Hello, Loveland. I'm here with Dean Parker and Sam Smith, and they're going to tell you about something exciting that they've got going on. Who wants to start?
I'll start. Our next short film, Images, is premiering at Loveland High School on Monday, August 15th at 7 p.m. We're going to be screening the film, and we're going to be having a Q&A with the actors and Sam and I. And we're also going to be screening some bloopers, too. So you should come out. It's going to be a really fun event. We've been working really hard on this. Sam did cinematography. You want to talk about your involvement?
And I want to add, these are two Loveland High School graduates. Sam,
I'm a junior.
glad to hear that you're going to be around some more. So what was your part in this film? And you've helped with others.
So we were coming back from filming the last day of Dean's last film, Regret, which is available on Vimeo and you should watch. It was a lot of fun to shoot. And I was asking him if he had any projects coming up. And he said he had this idea for telling a story about how people are oftentimes not what they show themselves to be publicly, and how there's oftentimes more depth to people than you just see at the surface. And that turned into the film Images, and he brought it into Loveland Film Club, which we started, and you should join if you're in Loveland High School and you're interested. And we spent a lot of time going through his script page by page, line by line, reading each line of dialogue and trying to tweak it until we got it to the point that we thought as a group it worked best. And then from there we started some pre-production, and Dean really did a great job bringing everybody together and getting everybody very excited about the project, very passionate. And then from there I did cinematography, which is lights, camera, movement, a little bit of blocking, just to try to get the images to look nice, to make each frame have a sort of poetic meaning more than just the picture. And then he finished it, edited it, and I did something called color grading, which is where you take sort of flat, dull images and you bring some life into them. And you'll notice in the film some of the shadows tend to be blue in certain parts and more orangish in other parts. And we try to sort of get some symbolic meaning of what the characters are feeling through color. And it was a really fun project to work on.
So Dean, you wrote this and you wrote Regret. And I remember talking to you about what kind of films you want to make now and in the future.
Yeah.
And it was about feeling.
Yeah. Right.
Films that will make people feel something.
Yeah, right. Because that's kind of why I got into filmmaking. Because I've seen so many great films that, I watch it and films are really effective when they can make you feel something. I think or when you can take away something from them. And I just thought that was so cool, and I was like, wow, what a neat way to what a neat art form. And I felt like I wanted to do that. I want to be a part of it. So I hope that this film, creates some emotions and people can take away a lot from it, because I feel like it has a lot of depth to it, more than anything I've ever made, really.
Oh, good. I really want people to see these films because I want people to see how Dean has chosen actors and how he has directed those actors. And I think it's an incredible talent to find local people that do that as well as they do in your films.
Should I talk about the actors who's in this movie?
What I wanted you to talk about is Times Square.
Times Square? Yeah, so the Film Images is an official selection of this year's All-American High School Film Festival, along with the film that we had just been talking about, Regret, that's also selected. And Sam has a film, too, called String, an experimental film. You can find that on Sam's Vimeo channel. And last year I was accepted into the All-American High School Film Festival. It was a great event. My film No Love and Love was accepted, and it's just really cool that I get to go back, and I have not one but two films in the festival. And in a way, Sam kind of has three, I guess, because he has String.
Four. Yeah. And for a little bit more background.
Well, let me just say, this is really incredible that Loveland has two people in this film festival, and
There's three films.
3 films or 5? Is it?
4 total.
4?
One of which is from a student named Seth Friedman from Seven Hills, and I think I'm in most of the films that were made in Cincinnati that got in. I was involved in some way, which is really neat. It's been a lot of fun this year to be working on so many projects.
And they both just told me they are going to go, almost certainly.
Yes.
And Dean did go last year, so he got to experience seeing his film on the big screen, and it's shown on the screen at Times Square.
Yeah.
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 So tell me again what we're asking people to do, and your premiere is coming up. So give the details again about that.
Yeah, so it's going to be Monday, August 15th at 7 p.m. at Loveland High School. We're going to be screening the film, having a Q&A with Sam and I and the actors. The film stars 3 people, Allison Edwards, and also stars John Parker, also stars Will Reverman, and they just did a great job. I mean, I was watching this film, I was editing it, and I was like, wow, they just did such a great job. And there were times when we had sad moments on camera, I felt like everyone was going to start crying because it was so emotional. It was great. And then it was just, they did just such a good job. And for those performances too, you should come out and see the film because they were amazing.
So I just made the comment about how Dean gets so much out of the actors he works with, and you see why, because Dean wasn't going to let this end without talking about them. So so I hope you all go and see this. I think you're going to be have a nice, enjoyable evening. And like I said the other day in Loveland Magazine, that these two are going to be people you're going to go up and meet, and then someday down the road you're going to say, I knew Dean and I knew Sam back when, and you'll be able to talk about when you met them. So good luck, you guys.
Thank you
very
so
much.
much.
Now we're cooking with gas.
Here we are.